Welcome to the end of season awards dinner for the 23rd season of the Tokyo Crusaders Rugby Football Club. First, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce two special guests. Mr. Hiroyoshi Asanumi, Chairman of the Shooter League. And Mr. Douglas Stokes, without whose help we would not have been able to secure the end of our parents. Douglas. Thank you both for coming this evening. I would like to propose a toast. To the club.
To the club.
That's all the Japanese members here tonight. So Lee, thank you very much for putting this evening together. Mark, if you can put that camera down, I'd like to say thank you for the great work with the slides and the photography.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to be chairman of the Crusaders for the past season. I'd like to say just a few words on what the experience has been. I think we're here to celebrate not only what the club has achieved in 20 years, but especially what it has achieved in the past year. So allow me to condense some of the highlights for you. Winning promotion to the first division with all the drama of winning the playoffs, seeing a growing squad every day, having the best social rugby club in Japan. On the pitch, it's been a privilege to play with very talented players, the likes of Tom Ball, Travis Dixon, Kevin Hinchman, and Roy York. My favourite game was the last game of the season against the Blue Sox. Our work had been done, but it was icing on the cake to finish with 11 games unbeaten. A great team performance with some standout individual players. I remember Travis saying, if I don't pass when it's 10-on-1, I'm not going to pass when it's 1-on-1. I also remember Evan calling us thinking about bodies low in tackles. His words were like a crowd of Kiwis gathering around a 1-cent coin. I should have taken his advice because I was knocked out on more than one occasion by charging heavy balls. For me, this year has been an opportunity to give back to the club that has given me so much. So step back in time to 2007. I'd been unemployed for a few months. I had no money in my pockets, and I just started a new job with an IT recruitment company. I reluctantly joined the Crusaders with a forward pair of football shorts and a pair of running shoes. Reluctantly, I say to my old boss, Paul Martin, whom some of you will know, said to me, guys, you want to either do 50 push-ups in the office in front of everyone, or you're going to play rugby this Sunday. So I chose the latter, and I have not regretted it since. That summer, the crew took me on tour to Nagoya, paid my travel costs and expenses, and have been good to me every year since. Through the crew, I've met some very good friends, some of my best in Tokyo, and I'm very grateful for that. So what could I give back? What could I do?
Strip.
Without the functional website or the funds to make one, would prove I felt lacking a strong identity and image. So eventually, with a graphic designer friend, we came up with a modernized version of the samurai swords, and we came up with these two images. Through fundraising and collecting donations, I had finally able to build a site. I then brought in Jonas, who with his eye for detail, we now have one of the best amateur rugby websites in Japan. So thank you, Jonas. Along with the website, we have a chance to attract publicity and sponsors. Facebook soon followed after, and with the help of Voidor, some of our postings are reaching nearly 2,000 people. Finally, I'd like to say a few words of thanks. First of all, thanks for all of you here, and the players who could not make it tonight for making the club what it is today, for turning up at games and keeping our winning ways. For our sponsors, the Mikai, Tokyo Physio, Synergy, Focus Consulting, and Mojo Coffee. For the committee members, Evan, Joris, Julie, and Yorkie. I applaud you. You work tirelessly behind the scenes to keep the club going, and a very enjoyable place to be. For me, it's the synergy between us which is the reason why we're successful and celebrating tonight. Next year will be my last year as chairman.
That's what you read.
As I intend to set out things in new blood, I'll be looking for and encouraging a successor to my role and welcome someone who has the vision and enthusiasm to take us forward.
With some gas.
We look forward to the future in the first division and the adventures that will come with that. Beyond that is the 25th anniversary of the Crusaders coming in 2015, and I am confident we will continue to celebrate it in style. Thank you for listening.
We're going to auction off Justin soon.
I did promise Tully that I would only say the word once during my speech tonight, so that'll be it. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to be your captain this season, and what a bloody season it's been. Towards the end of last year, we were really struggling with the club. We were struggling to survive, to be honest. We had a run of 6 months where the only fixture we could get, thank goodness, was with the US Navy. We had no one who could organise games, we couldn't look at ground, we couldn't even get a team out. We were lucky if we had 8 or 9 people. Sean Buckley, I think, was there that day. We had to do a 9-on-9 with me refereeing and playing scrum half. We had minus $200 in the bank. Couldn't get a team together, it wasn't looking very good. But this season, goodness me, it's been very, very different. We've had 20-something games, won almost all of them. We're a very healthy bank account, $2,000 in the bank. Promotion to first division. We've got players coming out of behind, 78 of them, would you believe? This season. Still a struggle with 15 on the pitch sometimes. Typical Crusaders style. But as you can see tonight, anything involving alcohol, we always get over 20. This guy's going to get a lot of kudos tonight. We all know that none of this would have happened. This sea change, the Crusaders going from a pretty dismal year last year to the phenomenal success that we've had this year, and it all is down to one man, Stuart Kenwood. Thank you, Stuart. I've got 2 awards to hand out now. We've got 5 awards for tonight. First time in quite a number of years we've had official awards. We've been voting on these through emails and through our 3-2-1s after each of the games. The first award tonight is for the most improved player of the year. There was a player who didn't receive the most votes, most improved, but there's another award that player will be receiving later on in the night. That we feel is more prestigious. So we gave this to the second best vote getter. This player I've known for quite a number of years. Started when he came to Japan not knowing an awful lot about rugby. Was very keen and very fit and has absolutely grown leaps and bounds in the last few years, and is now doesn't not only know rugby, but he's close to one of the best players on the pitch. He has been captain of his team, and it's my very, very good pleasure to be one of his best friends. And I am very, very disappointed that he's going to be leaving us, but he's been an absolute tribute to Crusaders every time he's played for us. The 2012-13 most improved player of the year is Sean Valley, USA.
Probably one of the best things I've done here in Japan is come out and play for you guys. It's been a pleasure, and I'm sad to leave. Thank you for having me. Evan and Travis, Crusaders, I mean, probably some of the best friends I've made here in Japan. And you've taught me the game of rugby, and I've loved every minute of it. So thank you very much.
And then I promise to stop talking, but we all know that's not going to happen. Next award is Captain's Award. This is a very difficult decision. There's been so many guys who have helped me throughout the year. But this went to one player who, I think in the absence of a few key leaders from the past, I had a great captain the last couple of years in Paul Sturr. Woody and other guys who have left the club, Gramps, and lots of guys like that. So there was a bit of a leadership void this year. And this guy has been a Crusader stalwart for many, many years, really stood up to the plate. And myself and my trusted vice captain Travis leading the backs. We really didn't have a forward leader, and this guy was at every single game. And this season I think he really took it upon himself to get a little bit fit and take his rugby a little bit more seriously. And tell you what, I've known him for 4 or 5 years, and this is the best rugby I've seen in 4 or 5 years. And the guys and I, I'm 45. My captain's award for 2012-13 is Sean Gibson.
It is a real honor to receive this award. I didn't have a clue what was going to happen, but I'm very surprised and very pleased. I think I'd like to take the opportunity to say that the fact that I've been at every game is very indicative of the leadership we've had this season. Guys like Stuart, Evan, Gaz, really did a lot of hard work both on and off the scene, and it wasn't just me. A lot of people were there because of that. And Stuart, thank you. Evan, Gaz, thank you.
Get it down.
Would you all please be seated? I know this evening is as much for the ladies as it is for the boys, but if you would excuse me, we are, after all, a rugby club. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's entertainment. That was a bonus. But to be honest, I wasn't quite sure what to look. Hi. That's going to be tough act to follow, I think. Right, well, enough said. Time for speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, your team manager, Stuart Henwood.
Your jokes will get better though.
Yes, sir.
I think he'll be arriving after we've waited the customary 15 minutes.
Right. I'm not going to say something silly. Alright. Who would have thought 20 years ago I'd be standing there doing things shut down at God knows what. No, seriously. 20 years ago, a long time. I had no intention of making it comeback. Goodness knows I've already retired twice. But around this time last year, I started getting the feeling that I should help out. I'm glad I did. It's been a blast. I do realise that I was a bit bullshit at the beginning. Sometimes you have to break a system to repair it. And I'm sure that on that first day back in September, most of you were wondering who this old kid was. There's a method in the madness. I'd like to thank the committee for having faith in me, Gareth for his assignment behind the scenes work, Evan for being the driver rugby guy that he is, and Jonas for the amount of work that he has done on his computer. Also, Nisha Muscamator-Roy for his work with sponsorship and the kit. And finally, I'd like to thank you all for coming along for the ride. And especially the so-called Navy guys who I consider to be nothing other than valuable Crusaders members.
Yeah, fuck it.
I've spent the year trying to build relationships with teams. It is impossible for us to survive as a club, playing only foreign teams. We must build and maintain relationships with Japanese teams. We have met some great teams who are more than happy to have another crack at us next season. It is a work in progress though, testament to which are a few teams who flatly refused to play us this year. We play two types of games, a tournament game and a practice game. A tournament game is where we need to win, we play hard, we play physical rugby. A practice game is where we want to win, but we train up new players, we try new things, and we build a relationship with the opposition. I've also spent the year trying to build a team spirit. On the field, that is done by encouraging each other, giving a pat on the back when it is deserved, teaching when necessary, coaxing and cajoling, but never abusing. We cannot be all good at everything. Each player has his faults, but we all come together, we work together, we form a team, we form a club. However, having said that, I do apologise for some of my sideline tirades. Sometimes I think I'm the boss. The aftermatch izakaya at the nearest station was reintroduced, and I feel that 3,000 yen for 2 hours of food and beer is not too much for the price to pay. For keeping everybody together and in good spirits. Speaking of good spirits, we've had a fairly incident-free year. To the best of my knowledge, no one has been thrown off the train yet or created a scandal with the police on game day. Or, just perhaps, as always, I'm the last to know. Game-wise, we have done so much more than I expected. We have a record of 21 games, 2 draws, 3 losses, 16 wins. According to our website, we have scored 726.4 and conceded only 433. We have relearned how to win and keep on winning. There is no greater satisfaction than coming from behind. To pull off a win. Just checking that you're alright. More importantly, we have been promoted to the first division. My only goal for next season is to finish in the top 3 of that division. We have won most of our games this season, but next season we'll be taking a step up. A step up means stronger opposition and the need to put out a more consistent team. Speaking of which, it looks like I've been railroaded into dragging you guys through another season. I think I can just squeeze in one more year before the imminent onset of Alzheimer's. Right. Before I throw myself off the stage and start planning for next year, I have a duty to perform. It is an honour to give this award. It's for a player that has most consistently turned up for the team, regardless of whether it was a game, practice, a meeting, or a social. A player who some teams call a stalwart, we call him Crew Iron Man. We had 2 on equal points. One has already received an award this year, you know he does. So, the award this year for the Crew Iron Man goes to Mr. Alex Diaz. Come on, Alex. Alex is not here. I'm sorry.
On his behalf?
Yes, on his behalf, whom shall we ask to drink?
Alex actually got the most votes for most improved award, and Sean Welling was second, but also a very worthy winner of that award. Alex joined our club, as a lot of you know, not being able to, didn't really know much about rugby, couldn't really catch a ball, and he would say it too, or jump, or tackle, or do any of those really basic things. He's not here, so I don't fucking have a go at him.
Perfect crew material.
But shit a brick, in the 18 months that he's been here, he has improved out of bloody sight. He's thick thin, but throws his body around, makes his tackles. He's an excellent line-out jumper, and just listens to only person I think in the team that actually listens to what me and Trav actually have to say to him. And he's improved week in, week out. And he loves the Crusaders. He's in Kyushu, unfortunately this weekend. He has turned up every single bloody game. He's a crew stalwart, and he loves this club, and he's very deserving of this award, and I feel proud and privileged to bring this beer on behalf of him. Thank you, Alex.
In case you're wondering, the shirt behind me, the jersey behind me, is this year's jersey. Thanks to Roy for sorting it out. The jersey on the left is the original Crusaders jersey from 23 years ago. Looks a tad dated, doesn't it?
Evan's going to get the first award. It's going to be Player of the Year.
Before I present the very prestigious Tokyo Crusaders Player of the Year award, I'd like to say a very big thank you to Mr. Jonas Holt, who has this bloody magnificent Tokyo Crusaders.
You right, Jonas?
Shows the 78 players that we actually did use during the season. I know you lazy bastards that only turned up once or twice. And those guys who funnily didn't turn up on St. Patrick's Day, and we only had 8 players. You can go through and you'll be able to calculate, if you want to, all the 3-2-1s. As Tooley said before, I think this season we've really up the notch in terms of team spirit. It was fading a little bit the last couple of years, but geez Christ, it's come back this season with an absolute abundance. We are a team. We aren't a bunch of individuals. We are Tokyo Crusaders, and I'm so bloody proud to have you guys. Whether we play as a team is something different, though. We do have 1 or 2 show ponies who like to dummy and pass and go themselves. And when Gareth Lick is on the wing with nobody on him, will dummy and go himself and score his own try. But as you'll see, you saw the 3-2-1s, which have been very popular this year. A good innovation, I think. As you will see, there were 2 players who were clearly above the rest of the also-rans. One of them is actually leaving the crew, I believe. year, which is almost a fining offence, I believe, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to call the second place player of the year up here to have a drink and for us to say goodbye to him, because he's been an absolute find. I'm really, really devastated this guy is leaving. We've had a really good 9-10 combination, I think, this season. The backs have come together, but along with Sean Gibson running the forwards, this guy has just been outstanding. He's brought the forwards forward, got everyone going 10-15 metres forward, and this laid the platform for me to give hospital passes to crowd like this, and he still set 10 people like the greased up deaf guy and still score. But he's done all the hard work, I think, for the backs to then get the glory and score, and has been one of the major reasons for our success. The runner-up this year in the Player of the Year award was Tom Ball.
Moving to Japan and joining the crew was a pretty good decision, I think.
I think so too.
It's been a real pleasure playing with you guys. Sunday mornings turning up in God knows nowhere, and 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning at a train station, just going out on a game, in the car afterwards, getting on it, telling stories, shooting the shit. Yeah, it's been a real pleasure, guys, and best of luck next season. Introduce yourself.
If your dad ever fancies a game, come back next season.
Okay, Player of the Year award, it's going to be absolutely no surprise. This player was one of the key reasons why we were so successful this year. It's been a while since we've had a real fly half. Brendan, our old fly half, has left us and wasn't playing the last couple of years. And it was really a key position, the most important position on the field in rugby, really. He's the guy who links the backs and the forwards and is the playmaker. We've been waiting for this guy to join our team for quite a few years, and thank goodness he joined us. Would you believe the sneaky bastard, before he joined Tokyo Crusaders, do you know what fucking team he went and tried to join?
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't do it.
Credit after one game in the bar, he's looked around at these miserable bastards, you know what he said? You go, and he joined the bloody Tokyo Crusaders. It's no bloody grab, he said. Up your stand, Gareth Lee, come on buddy. Our Player of the Year for 2012-13, everyone knows, Travis Dixon, well done.
Yeah, boys, it's no secret, I love rugby, absolutely love it. My lovely girlfriend Satomi asked me one day, if you had to choose me or rugby, what would it be? And she can tell by the look on my face, she straight away goes, that's a silly question, silly question. Silly question.
I'm asking about you, not rugby.
It's the same thing.
The reason I love rugby, one of the the key reasons is it's just a great way to meet a bunch of like-minded blokes. Love beer, love getting out amongst it, and love the physicality of rugby. So, like I said, I went out and played a game for the YCAC, thought, not for me. Had one game for the crew, half pissed, they said, you're what we're looking for, you'd fit right in, and never looked back. Another reason I love playing rugby is it seems that rugby players just get the most lovely, beautiful partners, even in New Zealand, which is amazing. And like I said, to all the wives and girlfriends and partners that have come out tonight, and also, you know, we can go out and play rugby, and if we didn't have the support then at home, and I know, again, my lovely girlfriend supports me. So. I think, yeah, I'm going to spend them soon. Just a toast to wives, girlfriends, and partners, and significant others. So here, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I know, I'm cheating. She caught me out. Yeah, there was another thing I was going to say, and I've forgotten it. But cheers. The support. That's what I was going to say. The support on and off the field. I know I don't acknowledge it on the field and off the field, but the support this year for me in times I need it. So cheers, boys, for the support, and it's been bloody great. Next year, let's do well. Cheers.
I'd like to, we have a new option. Who would like to have Trav stay in their spare room tonight? Okay, sorry.
So the next award is the Clubman of the year. It's the award which goes to the person or people that have done the most for the club the past season. We've had several people nominated for this. In particular, Roy's doing a great job with the kit and the sponsors. And then, in the end, we came down to two finalists. The runner-up is a guy that's given up pretty much every lunch hour to work on the website to make the programs and everything we have for the media marketing you see. So just an award for the honest.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure to play this year. At the start of the season.
We can hear you. It's fine.
I want to be more academic.
Everyone does.
Yeah, but I can't let far down. At the start of the season, I was a bit confused. I had played a couple of games with France, a couple of games with Crusaders. I was generally running around in the backs and trying to stay at the top. Yeah. It's been a fantastic season, and I would like to thank everyone who has supported me with the website and print staff also. I took wonderful pictures in the past couple of games. Other people have sent me pictures too, and it really helps to build a team and build a team spirit. Thank you.